Okay, ladies and gents, welcome back. I'm still brewing, and today I'm showing you the sugar wash. So it's now Sunday. This has been in for about 3 days. Now this could be sugar wash, it could be water. So for my purpose, I'm going to show you it's water and what I'm going to do with it next. Alright, and take from that what you will. So in today's topic we will be using not the hydrometer, but we will be using the alcoholometer, so we'll keep that one. Don't need the hydrometer today. We're going to be using the siphoning kit that comes with the fast ferment. We're going to be using the still spirits air still. And I think that is everything. So those are the things that I will whip through and sanitize. I've got my sanitizing solution there. I'm happy that this is cleared now. It's been there longer than it needed to be. I can see a very small amount of sediment in the bottom, so I'll go ahead and get rid of that. If you weren't happy that it was fully cleared, there are other things you can do. So let's just pop this on. So I've got my little siphoning tap on. What I will do is just quickly just let that first bit out, just in case there's anything resting on the bowl joint. But you could use something like a Vinbright filter just to help clear it before you put it in. I'm not going to do that this time. I have done it in the past, it works great. Is it necessary? That's up to you, that's your decision. So I've done that, got it clear. The next thing, I'm going to sanitize the still anyhow. Doesn't need it, but I will do. And these air stills are fantastic. It's literally a kettle. It's got the power supply there. That's what controls the heat. And in the top there is another wire, and that powers the fan at the top. So that cools. You won't be able to see it, but the coil inside the fan cools the coil, and out comes the distillate at the end there. Really simple, really basic. Yes, you can only put 4 litres in at a time, and maybe once you've done this for a couple of months or a couple of years you'll want to go bigger, but for small scale it's absolutely perfect for what we're doing. So let's just give that a quick spray. The other thing you get with the air still is some ceramic saddles, and they basically go in the bottom of the still, and they help stop it from any aggressive bubbling going on in there. It just keeps it all calm. The other thing that they advise you use is something called Distilling Conditioner, and again it's a defoaming agent, so this is to stop it from frothing up and boiling over. Now I only think that's a problem if you've got possibly some strong yeast still in your wash which haven't fermented yet, so it's going to restart the fermentation as it warms up and start kicking off inside your still. But I'm quite happy that is all gone. I will only ever use the Distilling Conditioner if I'm running through an old wine or something that's not been great. So I'll pop that through, and that's it. This is thankfully worked out. I didn't plan it, but perfect height just to top it up. There's a little line inside the air still which shows you the 4 litre mark, so top it up to the line, and as soon as that's done we'll put the lid back on, we'll connect the power supply, and it takes roughly 2.5 hours to the end. I'll film all of it so you can see it today, but it's just worth keeping your eye on it from after the first hour into the second hour, because temperatures around you are going to change how this performs as well, you know, the heat environment that you're working in. So that's 4 litres in there. Just out of interest, I'm going to add the alcoholometer and just to see if it's able to give us a reading of what's in there now. And yeah, just as I thought, if you watch the other video, that's telling me it's just under 20%, or roughly 18-19%, so beautiful. Of water, of course, nothing else. So you've got your water in your still, simply pop the lid on, connect up the fan, connect up the power supply, plug her in, if you see that, and turn her on. There's also a switch there. And that's it. So we've got 4 litres of water in there. We'll come back in an hour and show you what's happening after an hour, if anything, an hour and a half, and then roughly in the 2 hours and the 2.5 I'll continue filming until then. Okay, ladies and gents, it's been just over an hour, about an hour and 10, and we're just starting to get some drips out. Now, if this was alcohol, there would be the fear that there would be methanol in the first few drops, and one way of testing that, or one way to prove that, is the colour. So if it's pure ethanol, the flame will glow blue. If there's methanol in there, then there will be a yellow flame to it. Now I don't know if you'll be able to see, let's give it a go. I don't know if you can, but I can see, oh, you can just see it there. There's a slight bit of yellow in the tip, which is normal, but the flame, the bulk of the flame, is blue. So that tells me that is good. Now be careful what you do with this, because it is burning fire. Strange how water catches fire, but there it is. So I'm not going to remove anything from the beginning part. I'm going to leave it going now for another hour, and we'll come back then. Alright. Okay, so we're just coming up after 2 hours now, and we're just about to hit the 700ml mark on this water that we're distilling. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a couple of things. I'm going to test the potential alcohol in this water, which is obviously going to be 0. Let's just have a look. So again, don't forget, it's the alcoholometer for this part, not the hydrometer. And amazingly, this water is showing roughly 70% magic water. So I'm gonna stop this at 700ml, and I'm gonna do that because I want a quality product to begin with, and I'm going to let it run afterwards, and just to see when it starts changing, because you will start to get the off flavours. You may start to pull through some of the oils as well, which obviously you don't want in there. So for me this is perfect. I won't need to do anything else with it. I won't need to filter it because it's a good clean water. So I'm just going to let that finish off at 700, and then I will water that down to 40%, which by using a calculator I know I need 530 mils of water. So I've got my 530 mils ready, and then I can just pour that in, and that's it, be at 40%. So these chips, the Jack Daniel's smoking chips, are fantastic. Leave it between 4, 7, 10 days, it's entirely up to you, but within a couple of hours you'll see the colour starting to come through. Within a few days you'll start getting the flavours, and you just remove the chips when it's good for you. I roughly do mine between 4 and 7 days, that's how I like it. My flavoured water. The other things you can get to flavour your water are the bottled spirit flavourings. Now you can either add these to water or a bottle of vodka if you've got a bottle of vodka. You get so many different flavours, whiskies, rums. Today I'm trying the Elderflower Gin. So I've just coming up 700 ml. I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to leave a tumbler underneath just to catch any remaining. Actually I can start to, I think it's just starting to come through now, it's just starting to pull through some of those flavours. So that's probably going to be it for me. .700 mils of 70% water, 530 mils of water gives me 40% roughly if it was a spirit. So as I said, this is the Elderflower Gin. This will do you 3 bottles. Now there is some markings on the side. I've gone ahead and already added the suggested amount, 750 for a 750 ml bottle. It smells delicious. And that is it. So now I just need to add my water. Now, there's other tricks you can do. So, if there's a bit of a kick to your drink and you want to smooth it out without waiting for months, glycerin recommends about 5 millilitres per litre. Go ahead, it's up to you how you like yours. If you want it smoother, add more. If you don't, it's pretty flavourless, slightly sweet to it. But it just takes that edge off it if you think there's too much of an edge on it. Now the longer you can leave this, I would say about 5 days to let everything just fuse back together and start tasting right. But oh yeah, I could get used to that. Yeah, actually really quite nice. So if I can manage to leave that, that's going to be beautiful. It's quite sweet though, but then it's a dry gin, but with that sweet elderflower to it as well. And that's still running not bad actually, so I'm going to leave that and just experiment with it. And there we go, an elderflower water. Simples. Any questions about it, if you want to know, if I've missed anything out, anything that you want to know, any specific questions about some of the equipment I'm using, or other ideas, or any problems you may be having with yours, drop me a comment, hit the subscribe button, the like button, you know the score, and I'll get back to you and I'll see if I can help you or if you can help me. Alright, cheers guys, keep brewing, and I'll see you next time.